still alive. Not for long. Ha ha! Flushed him like a partridge. Don't take it personal.
Matter of fact, take it real personal. Killian don't like traitors.
Mr. Peck?
Indeed I am, sir. Are you Dalton?
That's what you want to call me. It's up to you. You're late.
I apologize. My editor kept me...
I really don't need to hear excuses. I ain't your pappy. My day when a man says he's going to be somewhere, you be there. It's a sign of respect.
Like I said,
And like I said, I don't care about hearing your excuse. Grab a seat. Came here to talk to me for a reason. Let's get down to it.
J. Frank Dalton, born in 1848 in Texas.
Was I? Well, looks like you are a book-smart fella.
I do my research. That was one thing I read. I have different information as well.
You know what you want to say to me, so why don't you just say it already?
Mr. Dalton, You have recently made a claim in an affidavit filed by a notary public. In the affidavit, you said that your birth name is actually Jesse Woodson James.
Did I?
This appeared on the front page of the Lawton Constitution newspaper. Know all men by these presents that I, J. Frank Dalton, being of sound mind and body, wish to state that I'm the son of Robert James, a Baptist minister, and Zerelda Cole, and that I was born at Centerville, Missouri on September 5, 1847. The town of Centerville was later changed to Kearney, Missouri, same being located and situated in the present county of Clay, the state of Missouri. I have used many different names and aliases over many years, but my real name is, and has always been, Jesse Woodson James. My full brother was Alexander Frank James, 4 years older than myself. We were members of Quantrill's Missouri Irregulars that fought through the Civil War on the side of the Confederacy. Later, we became outlaws or bandits who operated over a wide area of several states. In witness whereof I hereunto set my hand and seal this the 24th day of April, 1928, signed J. Frank Dalton.
Yep, that sure sounds like something I wrote. You are certainly smarter than your attire might imply.
You are claiming to be the Jesse James, famous outlaw.
Well, I'm not claiming anything. That's my name. Just finally coming clean is all. So people are all saying that the truth sets you free. Well, does it really? Do people really want to hear the truth, or do they want the truth just locked up in a shiny little box? I'll tell you something, son. Truth isn't all shiny. Most people, they don't want to hear it.
Is it true?
Well, is it true that I'm Jesse James? Of course I'm your darn fool. I just said so, didn't I? This interview's gonna be pretty darn slow if you don't start paying attention.
Of course. What of the supposed death that we've all heard of regarding Jesse James? That he was shot and killed by Robert Ford in Missouri.
Well, it wasn't Jesse James. See, Bob Ford shot Charlie Bigelow. Charlie looked enough like me in those days. I told Bob to tell the world that he killed me. That bogus story gave me a chance to start a new life. I shelled it to Kansas City for a spell, then to Memphis, and I headed to New Orleans, where I caught transport to Brazil. I lived a good life for a while until things cooled down.
That's quite a story, Mr. Dalton.
Don't I know it?
So how did you come to choose the name that you have been using since then, J. Frank Dalton? It can't be a coincidence that you chose the name Dalton.
How do you mean?
Surely you know what the Dalton brothers. Several of them were criminals. One of them a lawman. Did you know him?
Did I know them? Did I know them? Well, certainly by reputation. Was there anyone I hadn't heard of the Dalton gang? I know what you want. So I reckon, Mr. Peck, we should order ourselves a drink from this fine establishment. Because I have a Jesse James story to tell you that no one has ever heard before.
I like your horse. You got any coffee? I can get it.
That's all right. We can find it. You find it yet, Chester?
Oh, yeah. We got lots of coffee.
Look, fellas, I don't want no trouble.
Well, that's good, because we wasn't looking for no trouble.
What's your horse's name?
Sugar. Look, take the coffee. Just let me move on.
Oh, you in a hurry? And here I was thinking we was getting sociable.
Just take the coffee. Well, we want the sugar, too.
Listen, fella. Trying to be reasonable.
Take his gun.
You almost made the right decision.
Oh, come on, darling. I can tell you a man who can hold his liquor.
Here's to luck. So, what's your play, friend? Seems luck ain't with me today.
Maybe not this time.
Stranger. Stranger at the poker table. Stranger, look at me. Everyone out. You too. Out. Now, ain't this cozy?
Only two kind of men I know can clear out a bar with a word. Bad men or lawmen.
Righteous assessment.
Afraid you have me at a disadvantage, sir.
I'm the law here. Sheriff Jackson.
I suppose you already know who I am.
Jesse W. James. Wanted dead or alive.
So you here to arrest me or shoot me?
That's entirely up to you.
Shoot you where you sit.
You could. In fact, you could have already. But my gut tells me you're a reasonable man.
All right, Sheriff. Let's get to the point. What do you want from me?
I need a bad man to help me stop a really bad man.
There she was. At the end of the bar. She's important. Whoa. State your business.
I need to speak to Killian.
You better start talking some sense or I really will shoot you.
There's a man named Killian. Hoyt Killian. Since he come, he pretty much owns this town.
Good for him.
Good for him. Bad for us. He is a ruthless, cruel, greedy son of a bitch. Rules with an iron fist and kills anyone who gets in his way.
I like him already.
I rather doubt that. Which is why I'm making a suggestion to you.
Do tell.
Killian and his gang have this town in a vice grip. I've been trying to take them down, but frankly, I don't have the resources.
You're outgunned.
Truth be told, yeah. And Killian's got eyes and ears everywhere. That's where you come in. I'm suggesting that you infiltrate Killian and the Dalton gang.
The Daltons?
You can take down the operation together.
You had me going there for a minute, lawman. Sending me in against this Killian and the Daltons. That's a corker. A real rip stoner.
Is it?
Why in the name of Sam Hill would I agree to work on the side of the law?
Same reason I do. Money.
Let me get this straight. You're offering me a job.
I'm offering you an option. The one that doesn't send you directly to jail.
Or to the grave.
Still a possibility, even if you take the option.
All right, lawman. You see them winnings? I want that 10 times more, and I'm your man.
Done. Shake on it?
And what's brought your sorry ass here?
I got information for you, Mr. Killian. Information you can use.
I'll be the judge of that. Well, get on with it. I ain't got all day.
There's a stranger in town. Played poker with them 3 Cowder boys.
Boys is idiots.
They do keep the saloon in business.
Does this story have a point, or...?
The point is, the sheriff came to arrest this man at the saloon. I was there.
So?
Apparently, he killed 3 men.
The Carters?
No. Bert, John, and Chester.
My men.
Out by the creek. The deputy tracked him at the saloon.
So one man killed 3 of my best.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Killian.
No. Forewarned is forearmed. So what's his name, this stranger? Must have a name.
I didn't catch it.
Well, what in the blazes are you still doing here? That's the kind of information that I pay for.
Yes, sir, Mr. Killian.
All right, how do we do this thing?
Well, first off, you sit back down.
I'm not liking this arrangement already.
My deputy tells me that you killed 3 men by the creek. Is that true?
They was trying to rob me. Take my coffee and sugar.
They was Killian's men.
Oh, shit. Dalton's?
No, but they was close to Killian. So he's either going to want to kill you or hire you.
Well, I ain't no gun for hire.
I reckon you are now.
If this works, where do we rendezvous?
My station is the jail.
That's a deal breaker.
All right, then. The stable's over yonder.
All right. Where do I find these snakes?
You don't. You stay put. They'll find you.
Warm day.
Can't argue that.
Me and the boys are just heading in to get ourselves a beer. You know, to cool down.
Smart move to keep it cool, Emmett. I always think it's wise to keep things cool. Well, then, good day to you.
Don't that look good? I was just telling Sheriff Jackson how Me and the boys are thirsty for some beers. Well, the only thing I like more than some good beer is some good conversation. For instance, I hear tell that 3 fellows what got themselves shot up there by the creek. You hear tell of that, Jeb?
Yep.
Then I hear tell that Sheriff Jackson was fixing to arrest the varmint what done it. Right here in this very place. You hear tell of that, Jeb?
Yep.
So we were wondering, you being here, Armin being here, Sheriff Jackson being here, you might know who done the killing. Takes a special kind of ornery. One man to shoot and kill 3 characters. We was wondering, that man might be Jesse James.
Tell you what, why don't we go find out? All right, fellas. Which one of you boys wants to go down in history for killing Jesse James? You? You? How about you? Could a Dalton be a James? You got an itchy finger?
What's going on out there, Jackson? Shootouts in the street. Shit. It's uncivilized.
Good news is things are going to get a lot more civilized.
They're gonna blast themselves to Kingdom Come. Good riddance.
What if I told you I was fixing to rid the town of Hoyt Killian?
Killian? You can't touch Killian.
I can't. But Jesse James can.
Oh, yeah, Jesse James.
He's out there right now, bonding with Emmett Dalton.
The devil, you say?
Devil indeed. And it's money well spent.
Yeah?
Well, James kills Killian, we win. Our problem is solved. If Killian kills James, we win. One less outlaw to corral.
What if Killian makes James a better offer?
Well, then I reckon we have one last shootout in the street.
I'll go for that.
It's just you and me now. You want to settle this with guns and knives? Or be more sport and do fisticuffs?
You convinced me. Jeb was a jackass, but he was a good gun. You are Jesse James.
Which Dalton are you?
Emmett. Come on. I want you to meet Killian.
You went toe-to-toe with Emmett Dalton, just like that.
Just like that.
How is that even possible?
I told you, I'm Jesse James.
Let's say I believe you for argument's sake. You say the Daltons were working for someone named Killian. Tell me about it.
I was about to tell you horned in with your lips flapping. You know, Mr. Peck, I don't know if this interview should continue. What with your constantly trying to convince yourself that what I'm saying is a load of hogwash.
I am a reporter. It's my job to get the facts.
Well, then why don't you listen to the facts, dagnabbit? You get to be reported by wearing them fancy shoes and keeping a closed mind?
No, of course not.
Ah. You were told that Jesse James was killed. That's it, right? So you're having a hard time coming to terms with something you thought to be true, in fact, ain't worth the ink that it was printed with. I struck pay dirt, Mr. Peck?
You would hardly be the first person to claim to be Jesse James.
Well, don't I know it? See, the thing about faking your own death is that it has to be convincing. If people aren't convinced, there's no point in trying. There had to be no doubt in people's minds.
Surely you must have known people would doubt you.
Why don't you keep your mouth shut and your mind open, Mr. Peck, and listen to my story?
Please continue. You're about to tell me about Hort Killian, this man that the Dalton brothers supposedly worked for. What's his story?
Hoyt Killian was a killer. Plain and simple. But he was also the kind of man that men like to follow.
I thought we were supposed to be meeting Killian.
We are. This son of a polecat's my brother Bob.
Pleased to meet you.
And this is the famous Jesse James.
Who should, by all accounts, be either in jail or pushing up daisies.
I suppose you're Hoyt Killian.
I suppose you're the famous Jesse James.
Ain't no supposing about it.
Okay, outlaw. Why don't you come with me over here? We got a lot to talk about. Pretty fancy shooting back there.
I manage.
From what I hear, you managed to kill 5 of my men.
There was the 2 in town, but that was a fair fight. Ask Emmett and Farnsworth.
And the 3 by the creek?
Shoot. Them 3 was yours.
They were.
Well, they tried to steal my horse.
Well, that's understandable. It's a good horse. But did you kill him?
I did.
And what if someone else tried to take what you had?
I'd do it again.
You see, boys? This here is the kind of tenacious bastard we need around these parts. Now tell me, why didn't the sheriff arrest you for them 3 murders?
He couldn't afford to.
Say again?
He couldn't afford to. As I was saying, them 3 was horse thieves. Y'all hang horse thieves around here, right?
We do.
And I killed him. So I says to him, Sheriff, you ought to be paying me for doing your job. Except I don't come cheap. Well, couldn't argue with that, so he let me be.
The spurs on this one. Tell me, Jesse, what were your plans before tonight?
Before tonight, I was just passing through. I heard there was a bank in Pine Hollow worth paying a visit to.
So it's a payout you're looking for?
Yeah. I need to make a withdrawal.
Well, that was before tonight. Now I'm thinking you should come work for me. We got a good thing here, Jesse. There's a rich payout. And the way I see it, you owe me. Tell you what, you sleep on it, and we'll speak again in the morning. Emmett, get Jesse here some grub to go with that red eye.
Will do, boss.
I know you're gonna make the right decision, Jesse.
Where are you going? I said, where are you going?
Whiskey passed right through me. I'm gonna go water this here tree. Why you asking? You offering to help?
I've never helped a bastard who shot my friend.
Well, which friend was that exactly? One of the 2 idiots who went belly up in town? Or one of the 3 lily-livered horse thieves?
Don't matter none. You're gonna be joining us soon enough.
So you're in?
I'm in.
Any chance you was followed?
No, but Killian's got one less strong arm.
Where are they?
They got a camp just outside of town. It's mostly tents and bedrolls. Nothing permanent.
Killian tell you his plans?
No. He was too busy deciding whether to kill me or not.
We need to find out what their plans are, whether they're sticking around here or moving on, and why.
It ain't gonna be easy. Killian's a mean son of a gun. Most of his men want to make me worm meat. So before I go back there and risk my life with Killian, I want to make sure I'm fairly compensated.
We have a deal.
Yeah, about that. I want 20 times what was in that kitty.
Done. Now, you better get moving if you want to make it back there before they notice you're gone. Follow him.
The sheriff had a deputy follow you.
That's how it went. Although I didn't know it at the time. Gotta give credit to that deputy. He was sneaky. I mean, if and when he was watching, I didn't see him.
So Killian didn't have a whole lot of trust in you at this point, and neither did the sheriff.
Well, I mean, come on. In fairness to both of them, I am Jesse James. Man's reputation does precede him at times. And Killian, well, he wouldn't trust a new face coming in his chicken coop. And the sheriff, he definitely wouldn't trust an outlaw.
But if no one trusted you?
Well, there was one thing that mattered. I had someone I knew I could trust. And that person was me.
Go on.
Early riser.
Ma used to say I was part rooster. What was that about?
Business.
It's a fine firearm you got there.
You got an answer for me?
I have a proposition for you. I want to be part of your big payout,
Good.
but I don't want to join your gang.
You don't want to join my gang?
Not permanently. I'll help you out for a few days. Then I'll move on.
You like this weapon?
She's a beaut.
She's got a hair trigger.
So do I.
A week. We need the time to replace all them boys you've been killing.
All right. 1 week.
Hair trigger.
Come quick.
What?
We caught us a spy.
Bring him.
Caught him at the edge of camp.
What's the matter with you, boy? Did your mayor tell you not to be messing around these parts?
There's more.
More?
Found Hollis back there. Dead.
I didn't kill him.
I don't abide liars. All right, stop with the boots.
Why, boss?
Respect, boys. This is a man of the law, after all. Besides, easy dying's too good for a side saddle bull pecker.
What are we gonna do to him, boss?
I don't rightly know. How about you, Jesse? Got any ideas?
Nope.
Really? No ideas?
No.
You got a problem with all this?
No problem. It's your operation.
He's right, you know. It is my operation. How about you? Got any ideas?
Let me go.
Y'all heard him, boys. He done chose his fate.
What's he chose?
The gauntlet. Let's get on with it.
Where are you off to?
Far away, Sheriff. Far away from Killian.
Mr. Mayor, don't be...
Don't be what? Don't be afraid, a fool. I'd be a fool if I weren't afraid.
Calm down.
Calm down? You think Killian's gonna stay calm? What the hell were we thinking? Killian ain't gonna take this thing sitting down.
Mr. Mayor, I know my deputy. I reckon he's taking precautions so we don't get followed.
That's why he's late.
I reckon.
I surely hope that is the case. Hoyt Killian, Frank Dalton, Jesse James. Law don't mean nothing to those men.
Even if that's true, the law does mean something to Deputy Adams. And the law certainly means something to me.
Where are you going?
I'll keep you informed.
Keep me informed. Can you keep me alive?
Any last words?
Tell my wife, Colleen.
Get up! Seems luck ain't with you today.
I made it. You have to let me go. I made it.
You think this is the end? We're just getting started.
Ah! 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 No! No! Stop! No! Go in! Stop! No! Ah!
Okay. Hey.
Ah!
Enough.
Ah!
He's mine.
lawman.
Jesse,
I saw a good man die today.
it's a hard world.
Not if it don't have to be. You send your men to follow me?
Adams was just doing his job.
Put that on his grave.
So he's dead.
Yeah. Killian killed him for the spy he was.
I had to make sure you could be trusted.
Well, the cost of that trust just went up. I want 30 times what's in the kitty. You got no choice in the matter. I'm the only chance you've got.
Boss wants to see you. Time for that later. Let's go.
So, Killian summoned you.
Indeed he did.
Well, what did he want? Did you feel like he knew that you were working with the sheriff?
What happened? Hey.
My apologies. Please continue.
I was called into Killian's private quarters. He and Emmett Dalton were looking over a map or plans of some kind as I came in, and Emmett hit the door. Killian wanted to talk to me privately.
What about?
He asked me if I knew of any men that he could recruit for his gang. Apparently, he was somewhat ticked that I had reduced his numbers with my pistol. I was hoping that maybe I could help him add to his ranks.
That's strange. Why you?
Well, I couldn't figure at first. He mentioned that Farnsworth knew some people, but he didn't know how much he could trust him. The Daltons were guns for hire. Now, you knew that. I suspected he asked them too. But he had plenty of his own men he could have asked. Well, I think he was just feeling me out, just testing my reactions. I suspect White Killian was the type who had to look a man square in the eyes, see if he was on the level. I kept my face as rigid as a cigar store Indian.
What'd you tell him?
Told him I couldn't think of any men that might suit his operation, but I don't think he cared either way. But he did let me know one thing.
Which was what?
He was building up an army. He wanted to make sure that whole town was under his thumb.
Did he say why?
He didn't have to. He was testing to see if I was working with the sheriff. See, he gave me information that he knew I would share with the law. That is, if I was with them.
What did you do next?
Let me tell you.
Mind if I join you?
Good country.
Good beans.
Beans is beans.
You know what Farnsworth had happened?
Winter town.
But what about Zeke and Cubby?
Doing something for Killian, I reckon. What's it to you?
Killian asked me to pull some names of local guns. Asked me to talk to Farnsworth and such. I'd help him know more about his plan. I mean, a horseshoe pass is a two-horse town. Hard to recruit men if I don't know why Killian's interested in it.
Why? You don't need to know why. The men don't need to know why. All you need to know is the payout at the end. You want to live to collect that payout? You best not be putting your nose where it don't belong. He's asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, is he getting any answers?
I ain't no rat.
What's the problem?
I don't like it. I got a lot riding on this.
As long as our secret stays our secret, you'll be riding off a rich man.
I never, in my born days, thought I'd be drinking with the famous Jesse James. What should we drink to?
Let's drink to luck.
To luck! To luck! To luck! Where are y'all going? You can't leave. You're famous Jesse James.
Oh, you got the Daltons here, too. They're more famous than I am.
That's right. That's right. To Bob and Emmett.
Damn it.
Where are you going?
I'm supposed to be working.
No work. It's drinking time.
I'm supposed to ask you fellas what gunslingers we should have on our job.
We're not supposed to be talking about the job. Especially about whatever is in that shack over there.
What is it?
Then if I know, we're just a hired help.
Hired out!
Dang! Some bushwhacker gone drank all my hooch. It's plumb dry. I know. Let's go to Styles!
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Coming?
In a bit.
Jesse James! I'm drinking with Jesse James! Gold.
Fortune worthy of Midas himself.
Never really took you for a miner, Killian.
I never figured a James cozy up with the law.
You gonna kill me with my own gun?
Nah. Just make a mighty nice addition to my collection. Get moving.
So all of this was about some two-horse town built on top of a hell of a gold mine.
I've been working at this way too long to have somebody else make the claim.
And you've been using your brutes to run off the townfolk.
It was working too, till you came around and started picking off my men.
I'd say I was sorry, but that'd be a lie. And I know how much you hate liars.
Outside, now.
It seems that Killian had you over a barrel.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
He had you dead to rights.
Well, I admit he had me where he wanted me, but he was still just one man.
What do you mean? He had his entire gang.
Not that particular moment. See, if you recall, his boys were drinking their faces off over at the saloon.
Hands off. It's getting late. You boys best be leaving.
Everything all right?
Boys won't leave.
We's drinking. We're just waiting for a friend, Sheriff. It's late.
Let the boys wait a while longer, Sal. They don't need to be back at camp just yet.
You're stinking up the place.
My jail cell's comfy enough for one, but a pain in the ass for three.
You just had to go sticking your nose in. You could have walked away with money in your pocket.
You enjoying this?
I don't abide by liars. And I don't abide by traitors. And I don't abide by people in cahoots with the sheriff. You think I didn't know? Now I'm gonna tell you how I deal with traitors. The great Jesse James, a legend in his own right. But nobody's gonna miss you.
I just checked the stable. No sign.
He's late.
I know. I saw some of Killian's boys at the saloon. He must be searching the camp.
Or maybe dead.
Or maybe dead.
Damn your cockamamie plan, Sheriff. Let's just leave Killian be.
No.
We're all gonna end up dead.
Killian's a devil, to be sure. He's a killer. And what's worse, he enjoys the kill. But I ain't done until I find out why Killian has such a hankering for this town. And I sure ain't ready to give up on Jesse James yet.
I ain't gonna die today.
You boys been here all night?
Jesse never showed.
Killian's got a job for us.
This way.
I ain't spending another minute here. Killian can have this town.
Listen to me first, Mr. Mayor.
No, sir, I won't. Most of my people are dead or deserted, like your Jesse James.
Just give it to sundown.
Nope. Not another minute.
There's always the matter of the horse.
The horse. The horse.
Jesse James's horse?
You're talking in riddles.
Jesse will come back for the horse and for his money.
What if he don't?
I will personally escort you out of Horseshoe Pass.
All right. Till sundown. But no longer, Sheriff. Killian's got his spies all around.
We have our own ace in the hole, Jesse James.
Well, draw to the ace.
So now at this point, all of Killian's men want you dead.
Well, it certainly appeared that way. I was alone, I was unarmed, and it was colder than you can imagine.
Were you scared?
I don't recall having a lot of time to be scared. I had some quick thinking to do to get me out of there in one piece.
What did you do?
I did what anyone would do when backed into a corner. I fought like hell.
I don't see Franco Emmett.
Oh, shoot.
We gotta go after him.
Who are we chasing?
Don't matter. If Killian wants him dead, he's dead. Go!
Control yourself!
I'll leave this with you, old son, but I reckon I need it more than you.
I'm gonna enjoy killing you!
Showing your gun in paradise. Ferryman's waiting. One step ahead. Luck's with me today.
So here we are again.
I didn't know it was you we was chasing.
Last time we squared off, you hightailed and ran. You still can.
It's different now!
And last night, you wanted to drink with me.
Like I said, it's different now.
I suppose it is. First time I seen you, you was working with the sheriff. Now here you are, doing Killian's dirty work.
You don't know Killian! I just want the extra coin. Now, I can't get free.
Oh, I do know. It's all greed and death with Killian.
I guess I get to be the man who kills Jesse James after all.
You're free now. You fellas are pretty good.
Put the gun down.
And if I don't, you're just gonna kill me anyway.
Put it down.
I don't get you two. Dalton's hanging with the likes of Killian. I mean, I understand wanting the gold money and all, but killing for sport? Don't seem like you.
I don't get you. Siding with the law against your own kind.
You heard him. Put the gun down.
I already been in one pine box today. I don't intend to be in another.
Even if we let you go, Killian will kill you.
You can try. I'm warning you, my next shot will be your demise.
Big words.
I'm ready to prove them.
I should have known better than to tangle with Jesse James.
So where you fellas headed? So I knows to avoid.
Arkansas. Maybe Kansas.
Killian? Don't you worry about Killian.
And that is where my respect for the Dalton name comes from. Like I said earlier, respect. Without it, you ain't got nothing. Is there something I said that amuses you, Mr. Peck?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dalton. It just sounds funny hearing about respect in the context of gunfighters and outlaws.
So you don't think that outlaws have code of ethics? Well, if you're going to be an outlaw, people have to respect that you mean what you say, because lives depend on it. Respect has nothing to do with your law and order.
I suppose.
There's no supposing about it. So I can look into the eyes of an honest man and I can respect his honesty. I can also look in the eyes of a hardened criminal, respect that he intends to do whatever it takes to get my money. Stand your ground. Say what you mean what you say. It's respect, Mr. Peck. It's respect.
I don't mean to offend you, Mr. Dalton. Your story is very interesting. Your point of view just isn't one that I hear very often. I apologize if I seem glib.
Well, yeah. I don't know what glib means, smart guy, but I accept your apology. Respect.
Yes. May we continue?
Well, we've come this far, haven't we?
Surely there's more to the story, right?
Got your curiosity piqued, don't I?
Yes. What happened with Killian?
Well, let me tell you.
You looking for someone?
You say your prayers, Jesse James.
I'll say it for you. I pray the Lord your soul to keep, you son of a bitch.
Well?
Ain't anybody ever told you a watched pot don't boil?
Said he'd be here.
It ain't sundown yet.
How can you be so damn calm?
The man may be an outlaw, but he's a professional.
Professional? Sounds like you respect him.
You respect a mountain lion if you don't want him to eat you.
Killian?
No. No respect for Killian. He kills without mercy.
Jesse James don't come back. You get me out of town.
You have my word on it.
I can't bear waiting for sundown.
I can't bear morning if you don't come.
He's here. He's here. I should have had faith. I should have listened.
We ain't out of the woods yet. We don't know if Killian's dead.
Oh, he's right here.
Let me in, goddammit!
You locked the door?
I didn't want Killian coming in. James is an outlaw, too. conspiring with outlaws. God save us all.
I want my money and I want my horse.
You better sit down before you fall down.
I'll stand.
All right, then. Let's start again.
Tell me, Sheriff, why is this place called Horseshoe Pass?
It's an unlucky town. People came here for the gold rush. The luck just passed us by.
So was there ever any gold?
That's just it. There was rumored to be gold, but turned out it was just fool's gold.
Really? Think again.
Mother of God.
I want my money, and I want my horse.
What about Killian?
I laid him to rest in one of his own coffins.
So he's dead.
You check for yourself over at his campsite. You got your money's worth. Now pay up. My horse?
Sugar's over by the saloon.
Then this concludes our business. I'm done being a whipping boy for the law.
A word of advice? Don't bother stopping at Pine Holler. Sheriff's a friend of mine. He knows you're in the area.
Dang it. For the widow Adams.
We'll take care of her. Oh, and I'm glad it was Killian that bit the dust and not you. But don't let that give you any ideas about coming back. The next time I see you, Jesse James, we'll be on opposite sides.
If that day ever comes, Sheriff Jackson, I'll make show of it. Yeehaw.
There you have it. It's my run-in with the Dalton gang and Hoyt Killian's gang. That should keep your readers happy for a little while, I reckon.
So I can infer the Dalton name, the one that you use now, was a case of you borrowing the name from someone you respect.
Well, look at you. You might be a fast learner after all. It's like I said, respect. Used to mean something to a man.
Still does to some today.
Well, I guess there's hope for the future yet.
I must say, that certainly was an amazing story, Mr. James.
Call me Mr. James. Does that mean you believe my story?
I'm not sure. You do spin quite a yarn.
You know, the truth is, doesn't matter if you believe me or not. Some people will. Some people won't. All that means is I did a darn good job of faking my own death. I can't be too annoyed about that now, can I?
Then why come to the newspapers?
No, you came to me. You came to me. History will sort itself out. You know, when I let the world think that I was dead, I had no idea that Jesse James was the person that so many people would find so interesting all this time. It's a big surprise to me. I just wanted to tell my story. That's all. Well, it's been nice chatting with you, Mr. Peck.
You can't really be the Jesse James, can you?
Can't I?